Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to my full walkthrough of Elden Ring. In part 2, we're going to be going through, let's call it Central and Eastern Limgrave. I'm not sure if we'll be able to complete both. This walkthrough is taking a bit longer than I thought it would. I thought I'd be able to do all of Limgrave in one part. Not the case. But we're basically going to start here at the Church of Dragon Communion, which we just gained access to. And then we will go into Agheel Lake. We'll do Limgrave Tunnel, and then start exploring Eastern Limgrave. We are at 11 Sites of Grace, so at our 12th, we will meet, or Melina will invite us to Roundtable Hold. I have a weird feeling it's going to happen right now. No. Okay. It is definitely 12 then. Okay. So we can level up again. I'm going to get to 20 Vigor and then start distributing a little bit differently. So Bach will now have moved, which is fine. So we can't alter our garments until we meet him again later on. Well, we can alter them, but we can alter them for free when we meet Bach one more time. Okay. So let's go to the Seaside Ruins and start there. I'm going to show you an NPC that is very easily missed. You can run into him a whole bunch of times throughout the game. But this is Yura, Hunter of the Bloody Fingers. And when we speak with Yura this time, he kind of warns us about the dragon in Agheel Lake. And he also tells us, you know, a little bit about the Bloody Fingers. So I'm just going to skip through his dialogue. I'm not going to, you know, waste time in the walkthrough for that. Just keep talking to him until he exhausts himself. And then we can come in here into Agheel Ruins. And there is a chest tucked away in the ruins here. The Dragon Burnt Ruins. There's a chest tucked in here. And I'm gonna open it and show you what happens. Oh. Really? That's the Twinblade? For real? Is there another one? Why do I feel like there's another one? Oh my god. Can I please have my horse, please? There we go. There's got to be another ruin. There is. Okay, I'm not crazy. All right, so let's come down here. All right. Bunch of rats. You can kill them if you like. I'm just going to ignore them. We're going to open this door. No, looks like I'm not going to be able to ignore them. God, they always do so much damage. Let's kill. Actually, let's kill them. See if they'll drop any rune arcs, and I could tell you what rune arcs do. Whoops. All right, never mind. Okay, so we're gonna open this chest, and then oh my God, there's fog, and we're ensnared in a transporter trap. Whatever shall we do? Okay, so. This is one of the craziest parts of Elden Ring. Hands down. One of the coolest, craziest things. Transporter traps send you to very wild locations. And this one sends us to a mine in Caelid called the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. And if you open your map, we are clearly nowhere near where we should be. So, what I recommend doing is do not attempt to fight the boss here. Don't even attempt to fight the enemies here. Just book it. Just get out, okay? Don't bother. If you like, you can pick up some upgrade materials, I guess. But you have these creepy little bloodborne things. Don't really recommend doing anything because you can't do any freaking damage to them. I'm probably dead. Yep, shouldn't have jumped there. That was a mistake. Kind of lost track of where I was. So, welcome to the hell of the Sellia Crystal Tunnel. You are 100% trapped here. You have two choices. You can either go fight the boss, kill the boss, and then, you know, get out normally. Or you can just find the entrance. And that's what I recommend doing. I just recommend trying to find the entrance. So I'm just going to quickly recover my runes here. Oh, God, this is so much Oh, fucking damage. Oh my god. Okay, that didn't go well. So we got to find our way out of here. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't really know the way. I'm just going to run until I find it. Unfortunately, the load here is a little long. It's because you're spawning like smack in the middle of it. And it is very mean that like they don't just let you leave. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the game. It's all in the game, though. All right. All right. Let's run down here. I have a weird feeling this is towards the boss, but I mean that's a summoning pool, right? Here's the site of grace. Okay, then actually I think this is the entrance. Oh, thank God. All right, so we can activate that site of grace, which is helpful. And then all we got to do is just walk out. But, I mean, you just show up in this giant WTF sort of area. True Detective music starts playing, and you're like, yo, what is going on? Don't worry. Oh, you got to rest at a site of grace, sorry. You need to rest at a site of grace, and then you'll be allowed to leave. So go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm not sure what's on this corpse, but it might be something useful. Some rot grease. Okay. And then once you leave, you'll be able to actually leave. Very good. Okay, so that was our 12th site of grace. Now let's go back to the Seaside Ruins. That should have been number 12. So let's rest again. And maybe Melina will show up. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe, I don't know. That's weird. Maybe caves and stuff don't count. Anyway. You know what? We actually purchased some upgrade materials, so let's visit the anvil and level up our weapon. Okay, I'm actually going to speak with Kale one more time. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to head into Agheel Lake, and we are going to fight the dragon Agheel. Dragons are very daunting creatures. Menacing, terrifying, pick whatever adjective you'd like, and that aptly describes dragons. However, fighting them on horseback makes them a lot more manageable. And in my opinion, they are meant to be fought on horseback. So as you approach this encampment that's burning in effigy, you will see a dragon fly in, kill everybody, and then start roaring in your face. But that is prime opportunity for you to get some free damage on the boss. Just go ahead and do that. Watch out for the stomps. Pay very close attention to your stamina meter, and then we can start going to work on the boss. Headshots will deal the most damage. However, they are the hardest to land, consistently at least. And then whenever you notice the boss... Yep, that's a tail swipe. Yikes. Knew that was coming. Whenever you notice the boss start to sort of wind up and arch its tail, it's going to do a tail swipe. See, yep, like this right here. So that's a head snap with a tail swipe. Very tough. The boss will eventually fly away and start breathing fire. However, if you fly to the other side of the boss, you will not have to worry about that, as you can just get on... Oh, Jesus. You can just get on the other side of the arcing flame and deal with it no problem. All right, so you can stagger this boss, which is really cool. And all you want to do is dismount, stick your sword in its eye, get a free visceral attack, and then mount back up right away. You really don't want to spend any time on this fight dismounted. You got to be careful, because when the boss stomps, it can dismount you, which is terrifying. But it's all good. It's all good in the hood. Boy. Oh, I have no idea where it is. This sucks. Yikes. I was really guessing there. What you want to try to do when the boss sort of like flies straight up is look for it. So like I said before, we can just ride to the other side of the boss, completely get missed by the flaming arc, and then head back into the fight. Try your best not to be up against walls. That's easier said than done a lot of the time. There's a tail swipe. Jesus. Hit it with both. I'm healing up. Even though I had plenty of health, Torrent was running low on health. So using your flask will also heal Torrent. All right, there it goes. Oh, wow. It may... I don't know what's going to happen right now. It may die. Sometimes it falls off of ledges. I've never actually had this happen. I've only ever seen this on Reddit. If the boss despawns, that's actually fine. Okay, that's really interesting. Well, this is new and exciting for me. Cool. That's beautiful. In the network test, people were baiting the boss to fly up the cliff. Oh my god, is this actually going to happen? And kill itself. I was never able to get it to happen. Maybe it's going to happen here. Would you, like, do something? Like, commit to something? There you go. Oh, I think it's stuck. It's stuck. That sucks. Dude, what? Oh my god. What I should really do is go up there and fight it, but I don't want to. This is insane. Thank you. Okay, cool. That's Flying Dragon Agheel. That was weird. Anyway, we get a dragon heart, and then a message will appear. It says a new draconic power is available at the Cathedral of Dragon Communion. So, that is our hint to go check out the Church of Dragon Communion again. Although it did specifically say the cathedral, and the cathedral is a different place. So that's interesting. But you don't have to defeat Dragon Agheel. Completely optional. But it just allows you to cross the lake safely, so you may as well go for it. All right, but now we have access to Limgrave Tunnels. Like I said, it's optional to kill Agheel, but may as well do it. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this elevator back up because I forgot a key rule here, in that you always want to look for other ways off of elevators. So we can jump here, take out our torch, and then what's really cool about Elden Ring is that when you are in mines, you have ample opportunity to pick up upgrade materials in the form of smithing stones and somber smithing stones, as well as a few others. The mines are always different, like the layouts are different every time, but elevator shafts are always the same. Kind of weird, but that is how it is. All right. So mines are generally well lit, so you don't really need a torch. These enemies are really interesting, though. So I'm going to take out a shield, and I'm going to whack it one time. You notice that my sword bounces off. That's because these guys are made of stone. However, if you were to two-hand your weapon, it does not bounce off, but it's not going to do much damage. So just keep that in mind. They have really high poise, and your weapon will bounce off unless you're two-handing it. I think with the exception of like colossal weapons or maybe even heavy or great weapons, those probably won't bounce off. But I know normal swords and stuff do. All right. So this guy throws rocks, which, you know, is whatever. They are very backstabbable, and, you know, your weapon won't bounce off when you backstab them. But they can, like, punch the hell out of you. Jesus. Also just realizing I did not rest that side of grace, and I'm short on flasks. That's okay. We'll see how it goes. So you always want to be on the lookout for materials along the walls. Like I was saying before, ample opportunity to gain or get materials for upgrades in the mines. Pillar of the Mine. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. That deals damage. When you are in dungeons and catacombs and mines, you will not replenish flasks upon killing, like, the set of enemies inside. It's a bit of a bummer. It's the way it is. So it's something to keep in mind. Okay, yeah. I knew these rats were coming, so I was trying to be quick. Trying to be quick about it. All right. Luckily, rats in Elden Ring don't, like, immediately start stacking poison. So, kind of have that going for you. Some more smithing stones. Rats can drop rune arcs. So if you've looted those, I don't really recommend using them until a certain point in the game. And that point is when you activate your first great rune. So like I said, elevator shafts are generally always the same. So as you saw there, we kind of took a different tact. So we're going to pop down here. There's a stake of Marika there. That should indicate to you that we are close to the boss, which is actually a bit of a mistake on my part. I didn't mean to get to the boss yet. Should be able to run and make this. Nice. Okay. Great. Wonderful. All right, so there's going to be a bunch of upgrade materials here. However, this dog is something you want to take care of quickly. Give yourself a large glintstone scrap. And the glintstone scrap, believe it or not, is not an upgrade material. Ugh. It's an item. Oh my god, bro. It's an item. Yo, you are going ham and cheese sandwich right now. It is an item that can be used to more or less cast a spell. So it's kind of interesting. It does use FP, but it just allows you to use like some really low-level magic. Don't forget to check behind here. Okay, now it's time to go check out the boss. I don't know how this is going to go because I have no flasks, but we will find out together. It's funny, I made a channel update video today talking about burnout and how I really didn't have much motivation to make videos just because I got a little burnt out from Elden Ring because I made like 160 in a month. But here we are. Okay, so really important is this guy patrolling. This guy has a torch. And if I recall correctly, I saw in a video by VodiVidia that these guys have... Nah, not him. Whoa, that did a lot of damage. It's those guys. So this guy with like the smoldering backpack, you can shoot fire arrows into the backpack and he'll blow up. That's rad. So these guys with their torches, yeah, they do that. So you've really got to look out for them. And that lasts like a long time. So you got to be careful. If you don't have fire arrows, don't worry about it. You can take care of them normally. Alright. Elevator shafts are all the same. Always jump off. Check out your alternate methods down. This way you can collect whatever items are waiting for you on the ledges. Hey, somber smithing stones. Okay. Here we are at the boss, but you can turn right and go into this little cutout. Get another smithing stone. Okay. So, the boss here is a Stonedigger troll. And I do believe that one-handing your weapon against this guy will cause it to bounce. Yep, it does. However, I don't know, like sacrificing a shield, that's really up to you. I'm going to go for it just because I have no flasks anyway. These guys are weak in the face. And I don't mean that, you know, they just like aren't winning any beauty contests. I mean that if you manage to hit them in the face, they will kind of stagger really easily. Thanks. It's a lot easier said than done, though. I don't recommend like just trying to like go for the face all the time. It's like not going to work out. But if you're able to get like a nice jump attack on them, great. All right, being a little greedy here. Yep, that was greedy. Wow, we got him with no flasks. That was excellent. Whew. All right, we get the Roar Medallion. What does that do? It enhances roars and breath attacks. A bronze medallion depicting a roaring giant enhances roar and breath attacks. In ancient times, the giants were mortal enemies of the Erd Tree. Their bellowing roars desolated nature, triggered avalanches, and whipped up storms of flame. Interesting. Okay, cool. Moving on. That was great. Let's return to the entrance. And then I don't recommend like going back down to rest of the bonfire. It's like not worth it. Okay, cool. So now that we've done that, let's actually warp back up to Agheel Lake North. All right, let's rest. Maybe Melina will invite us now. Still nothing. All right. Cool. Let's go into Dex. I'm actually going to go into Arcane as well. Cool. So, our next destination, I never explained what this is, but throughout the world, there's usually one in each major zone, you will find these telescopes. And what these telescopes do is allow you to survey the area a little bit and kind of like check out what's going on. It doesn't really give you much in terms of like enemy information or enemy placement. Most of the time you can't even see the enemies. Like you can see one down there. That's about it. Like there's a whole bunch of enemies along this path that you can't see, including like a set that's like pulling a cart and doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, you know, not really helping you out. There's also an NPC in the distance that you can't see. So this is really just like trying to give you like major landmarks, kind of helping you with the lay of the land, give you a general direction to go. That's really its purpose. But it's still cool to see. It's still cool to do. All right. What I'm actually going to do, though, is I am going to change the time of day to night. The reason for that is because in Elden Ring, certain bosses only appear at night. And one of those bosses is called the Night Cavalry. And there are different Night Cavalries. There's, I think, one in every major zone, I think. But basically, the Knight's Cavalry will replace another horseback enemy. And these spawn in very specific locations. So it's not like it's a surprise. I mean, it can be surprising to find them, but it's like, you know, it's going to be there every time at night until you kill it. So, you know, nothing to be like, oh, I missed it, so I missed it forever. Nothing like that. I do recommend killing this bug, though. Okay, very good. Then you get Ash of War Determination. Try your best to kill these folks, because the Knight's Cavalry is right there. And you really don't want anybody bothering you while you're fighting it. Alright, so this is primarily a jousty joust sort of fight. You can kill its horse. It's got cool music when you fight it. You can kill its horse, and then you can get like an execution on it. But it's a boss, so it has quite a lot of health, so that execution isn't going to, you know, kill it, unless it's low on health. But its weapon is this halberd that has a pretty insane swing. And the horse has a different health bar than the boss. So the Knight's Cavalry is the actual rider, but its horse has its own health bar. And just like you, it can resummon its mount. So if you do end up killing the horse, you want to like try to fight the boss on foot, but like be quick about it, because the boss can resummon. Of course, Jesus. And you know, the boss is able to kind of like check you with its mount, which is like terrifying and frustrating. Oh boy. This isn't going well for me. Already down to 1 flask. Not great. All right. If the health bar ever disappears, like, don't freak out. It's not the end of the world. Bosses in Elden Ring, or I should say, like, the way bosses are programmed is actually quite intelligent. Bosses can even, like, despawn on you if you get too far away from where you, like, start fighting them. If that happens, it's really okay. Just go back to where you found the boss, and you'll be able to re-challenge it. And the boss's health bar will start where it ended. So it's really great. And, you know, so if a boss despawns on you, don't freak out. It's going to be okay. Just go back to where you first found it, and the health bar should be where you left off. I'm going a little too ham right now. But the mount is so low. If you're fighting this thing and it changes back to day, it will disappear. Oh. There we go. There's the execution I was talking about. Hopefully I can finish it off. Yep, okay. You know what's funny is the last time I fought this thing and it resummoned its mount was the closed network test. I don't recall that really cool animation happening. That looked gangster. I'm in big trouble here. Oh my god, I hit the horse. Got him. Alright, that's that. That's the Knight Cavalry. Typically they drop a weapon or an Art of War or Ash of War. This one drops the Repeating Thrust. Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest. The Knight's Cavalry, I mean, there's a bunch of them throughout the world, but they are kill once bosses, so you don't have to worry about them respawning. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to come up here. I'm going to rest just to regain my flasks, because we still have a little bit of work to do in this general area. We actually have a lot of work to do. Okay. I could go level up my weapon a couple more times as well, if I wanted to. I feel like I'm actually doing all right, though. All right. Cool. So we're going to cross this bridge now that we've gotten to it. And then on the other side of the bridge is going to be this sort of like procession. And you can see two giants in the distance over there pulling a cart. And that cart is heavily guarded. And I think the lore of these carts is that Godric the Grafted is collecting the bodies of denizens and kidnapping people and then using them in his like grafting kind of experiments, creating these like machinations such as the first boss of the game, the Grafted Scion. So I think what's in these carts are corpses. And if you watch the Castlevania anime, they were kind of doing the same thing. I forget. I think it was Camilla was trying to... Oh, wow. Not good. Carmilla was trying to create something or summon something during the assault on Dracula's castle. Spoiler. It's Castlevania. You know what's happening. You know Dracula's involved, right? Okay. Great. So I'm very deliberately just trying to mostly kill this guy. Okay, great. He's the big concern. All right. Is there still a sorcerer in here? I don't think so. I think I killed him. All right. There is a reason I'm doing this, and it's because, like I said in the previous section of the walkthrough, whenever you see a cart, you want to do your best to kind of get inside of it because there will be treasure. And generally, that treasure is sick. Great. Okay, so you do need to get the cart to stop. And the easiest way to do that is to just, like, harass a giant. Just hit it once. Sometimes you don't even need to hit it. But hitting it will cause the cart to stop. And then you can just pop up. And then you can open the chest. You cannot open the chest while the cart is in motion. However, you can ride the cart if you like. So inside of this one is the Greataxe, which is a really cool weapon. All right, so now that that's done, we're going to come up here to the Post Town Remains, Waypoint Ruins. It was called Post Town Remains in the demo, and then I'll actually show this. So there is a plant here, and this plant, you know, does a lot of poison stuff. Actually, that's fine. I don't have the incantation to cure poison, so that sucks. I feel like I should have it by now, though. I feel like it should have been on that beach. Oh, boy. Anyway, what I really wanted to show you was that you can use torches on plants. And that will kind of stop them from doing things. So, if the plant is burning, it, like, can't do much. However, it can still do physical attacks, just like that. But just like any other enemy, these plants can... Oh, it didn't happen. They can become staggered, and then you can, like, stab them in the petals. I don't know. They drop Miranda powder, the big ones, generally. Then you can use those to craft various things. The important thing here, though, in Waypoint Ruins, is this ruin here. So in the demo, which is interesting, in the demo there's a barricade here, and so you couldn't jump over it. However, if you summon Torrent, you can double jump over it, and then you can come down here. There is a boss on the other side of this fog, and it is the Mad Pumpkinhead. I do realize that this boss arena is quite dark. However, don't worry about it too much. Oh boy. Oh god. The boss has a pumpkin head, which I still, to this day, have never been able to find. I don't know if you looted off of one, because there are a bunch of these in the world, or if it's a pickup somewhere that I just missed. Anyway, he has a flail, and then he can do all sorts of madness with it. It does stack bleed, so you have to be careful. But you want to sort of like wait for these big lumbering attacks and then punish those. If you hit the boss on the head, it will do barely any damage because it is protected by the giant steel pumpkin head. Oh boy. Beware of that. But we got him. No big deal. Alright, that's the Mad Pumpkin Head. And then a Side of Grace will spawn right here. Go ahead and light that. And then through this door is a very important NPC with a really cool questline named Sorceress Selen. In the closed network test, this room was just a room. It had no crystals, no books, no desk, no nothing. Anyway, this is Selen. And if you tell her that you want to learn sorceries, she will teach them to you. She seems sort of like annoyed at the fact that you're interested in her. But she will tell you sorceries. In Elden Ring, there are no requirements in terms of stats to speak with any NPC, which is very nice. So it means that you can just purchase spells as you go through the game, not have to worry about it. Yeah, so it's great. But you also get the nod in thought emote from her. Is Melona going to invite us to Roundtable Hold? No, she is not. What the hell? I could have sworn it was 12 Sites of Grace. Maybe it's more. Okay. No big deal. That's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to Agheel Lake. Because there's still another kind of area that we have not explored. Excuse me. So you can jump into it, but I'm not great at that. So we're going to take the quote-unquote regular way. All right. Will we survive this? Well, we're going to find out today. Yeah, great. All right, so let's go up the river here. You do want to be careful because these enemies will drop down. These enemies are undead, which means that when you kill them, this white goo will show up. And you need to hit the white goo in order to prevent the undead enemy from coming back to life. Which, I guess. You do have a decent amount of time to do it. So if you feel like you're about to get overwhelmed by a bunch of enemies, feel free to just take a second and reposition yourself. Okay. Cool. So we're going to ride up the river here. However, we are going to automatically get dismounted. And the reason for that is because we're going to be invaded by an NPC. So keep an eye on that cave. It's a very important cave right there. But we're going to get invaded by Bloody Finger Nerijus. Bloody Finger Nerijus is actually a very, very strong opponent. He has the Reduvius weapons, dual wielding, and the Reduvius can send these beams of basically blood magic hurling towards you. But our friend from earlier, who warned us about Agheel in Agheel Lake, comes to help us out because he hates Bloody Fingers. This is Yura, Hunter of Bloody Fingers. And so, Yura is not nearly as strong as he was in the closed network test. However, he is really helpful in the fight because he will distract Nerijus, which allows you to maybe back up and heal a little bit, which is great. Once Nerijus goes down, you will get the Reduvia. I think I called it the Reduvius before. You will get a Reduvia, and then you can use it if you like, and then Yura returns to his world. However, if we keep going up the river, we will find Yura once more. There he is. So you can speak with him, thanks you, commends you on, job well done, I guess. And then that's it. He does have a quest line that continues later on in the game, which we will do. For now, we will backtrack to this cave here. We will go inside. Okay, this is the Murkwater Cave. All right. So, in this cave, there's a... What does Russ say in True Detective? hillbilly security system or something like that. Basically, it's like 2 bells on a chain, but there's a couple of them. There's one there, and then there's one here. If you walk over them, they will jingle jangle and alert all the enemies in here. However, if you're quiet about it, you can just get away with alerting a couple of them. However, there are more. I have 1 fire arrow remaining. Am I able to get this? That would be so sick if I could. Oh, well. There's some explosive barrels in there. There's a lot of highwaymen in here. They're not particularly strong or bright. So, yeah. Just kill them. But you can explode the barrels and like take care of a bunch of them all at the same time, which is great. But unfortunately, I couldn't get the shot. And of course, there's a chest, which you can open up. Inside is a mushroom. That's it. But we're not done in this cave, because there's actually a boss here. It's a very important boss. Go through there. Go through the boss fog. And then no boss shows up. You can't leave, can you? No. Okay. Wasn't sure if it was like Seath's Mist in Dark Souls 1. So all we really can do is open up the chest and loot the cloth garb and the cloth trousers, and then a familiar voice speaks to us, and he reveals himself on the ledge of this cave, and it's our boy Patches. Patches the hyena. Patches the Untethered here in Elden Ring, and he fights just the same as he always does. Very dirty. He has this mist. I don't even know what it does. However, he's extremely weak to jumping R2s, so feel free to go in on him with that. He can heal with 1 flask, so just be prepared. But once you drop him below 50%... Oh, God. Once you drop him below 50% HP, thank God I turned around, he will beg for his life. Let him beg for his life. Let him live. As of this recording, there's really no benefit to killing him. That's been found. Letting him live gives you the Grovel for Mercy emote, along with a rune, and then you want to speak with him and forgive him. Patches has a pretty long quest line in this game that has some pretty cool rewards, so I highly, highly recommend Forgive and Forget. And then he introduces himself as Patches the Untethered, and then, of course, he opens up a shop and charges you exorbitant prices for very basic items. However, one of those items is extraordinarily important. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the warp, go back to the entrance, and then we're just going to run right back to him. I can't remember if I need to rest or not, though. I guess let's find out. Because usually doing that warp does not reset any states. Oh. That's weird. I wonder if that's unique to this cave. Anyway. Yeah, it doesn't replenish your flasks or your health. Oh well. So speak with Patches. And then you can shop at Patches Emporium. You can ask him about the bandits. And then you can ask him about the chest. He says it contains items for a very special customer who may or may not be coming. The major item you want to purchase from him is called Margit's Shackle. I can't believe we have just over 5,000 runes. Margit's Shackle is an item that says a fetish bathed in golden magic. Shackles were used to bind the accursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular omen under strictest confinement. Though faint, the shackles still retain vestiges of power, enough to trap the once-bound Margit on Earth, if only for a short time. Purchase this item. It will help you a great deal in a boss fight soon to come. He also sells the Missionary's Cookbook level 2. Can I sell anything to get that? How much was that? 800. 800. Okay. So the cool thing about Elden Ring is that it borrows from Sekiro, where you can sell your runes. So any hard currency runes that you pick up, you can sell, and they will sell for the amount that you would receive from just cracking them open. So it's much easier to just sell them. All right, buy the cookbook, and then that's basically it. Yeah, nothing else he sells is unique. Okay, so we have a choice now. You can open this chest, and then doing so will teleport you elsewhere. However, I am not done yet with this area, so we will do that chest method. I guess for now, let's just teleport back. But we will come back for this chest in just a little while after we do the other dungeon that is located here. So, one of the things that I want to mention is that, excuse me, this cave was not here in the closed network test, so Patches was not in the closed network test. However, this fog was here. So it always seemed interesting that there wasn't a cave there, because it felt like there should have been. And so I wasn't exactly surprised to see a cave there in the full version of the game, but I was definitely surprised that it was Patches. Oh, wow, you're already moved. Interesting. Okay, so we can hop up here, and then there's actually a site of grace here. It's on the other side. Yeah, I don't really know why there's a site of grace here. It seems strange. Just because there's two caves, and both of those have sites of grace. It feels weird. Anyway, yeah. Interesting things. All right, so there is a catacomb over here. The Murkwater Catacombs. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's 25 sites of grace? I could have sworn it was 12. Anyway, heading in here, of course, there are some imps just ready and raring to go. Damn, I can't craft. That was very cheap, in my opinion. Is there a third one? There is a third one. Oh my god, they're already throwing daggers. They're already throwing hands. It's like Will Smith at the Oscars. It's a very contextual, timely joke. Alright, so we're actually going to use the booby trap to our advantage here. How are you alive? That's just impressive. So luckily booby traps in Elden Ring reload, which is awesome. Totally forgot he was going to do that. Dude, hello? Thank you. All right, go ahead and pull your lever. Boy. Oh, God. Yeah, you guys are off the chain. Oh, my God. This boss isn't easy either. Okay. Well. See how it goes. So the boss of this dungeon is the Grave Warden. Easily like, hands down, one of my favorite bosses just because of the sounds they make. It is a melee boss, so you can parry the hell out of him. But like I've said, I'm not very good at parrying in Elden Ring. I'll give it one try. Nope. Ow. But, ooh, you can fish out backstabs. There you go. All right, let's fight him for real. Anyway, I think the sounds that these guys make when their weapons hit the ground or just like interact with terrain is just so cool. After a while, they'll kind of get tired of your shit, and they'll like charge up, kind of go Super Saiyan for a little bit. While this happens, they just get like mad increased poise, and they do like a lot of damage. But you can take care of them before that even happens. And you get Banished Knight Ingval, like Bill. And there's nothing else in this room, so cool. Teleport back to the entrance. Okay, so we are kind of done with Limgrave. Limgrave West, I should say. We're not done with Limgrave in the slightest. There's still so much more to do. I kind of am debating ending it here, though. Just because it's, like, so timely. Like, this is 51 minutes, and what we can do is just kind of, like, time it out to where we end it here, and then the next video is just all of Limgrave West. I think that's what we'll do, actually. So, she's, like, not going to invite us to Roundtable Hold, is she? This just isn't going to happen. She's really going to be stingy about it. Wow. Let me check the wiki. Roundtable Hold. Wiki. Resting at 12 different sites of grace, catacomb and cave site of graces may not count towards it. May not count towards it. You gotta love the wiki sometimes. Okay. Well, either way. Sucks that we still haven't found it. You know what I'll do, though? Is let's upgrade our weapon at the anvil, because we definitely have enough resources to do that. Okay. So we can't strengthen it anymore at this anvil. Totally fine. I get it. For now. Please invite us. Oh, well. Hey, talk to Melina.
This tiny golden orb, this light, but now you can see the rays upon the cliff. A demigod, if the rays and the Elden as an ally prayed to face the upon the cliff. A demigod, if the rays and the Elden as an ally prayed to face.
Nothing too good here. At least not yet. Alright. I'm going to rest one more time and see what happens. No. Alright, well, we will end it here. No big deal. Not a problem. So, we're going to end it here at level 21. We have 20 Vigor, 19 Dex, and then I think I'm going to get to like 25 Dex and start putting points into Arcane just to scale up our bleed a little bit. Yeah, but we'll end it here. Cool, this is part 2. Since there's no editing on this video, I'm going to give a shout out to my channel members. Bring that up real quick. All right, we have John Aldridge, Tammy Skinner, Hector J. Estrada, Joe Saunders, Daniel Cockriel, Brian Brubaker, Spencer Young, Charles Jan, Phoenix Loader, the one and only me 123, Joshua S, Dan L, Tiptoe Water 12, Jude Lazowski, B Tide, the old one, and good luck. Thank you for being channel members. And yeah, that'll do it for now. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. The links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.